Hello everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 keto breakfast recipes, so let's just jump right into it. The first recipe I'm going to be sharing with you is cheese and tomato quiche. We're going to start by getting some cheddar cheese and grating it. We want to have around 2 cups of it in total. And then I'm going to take my food processor and add in 12 large eggs. Take your time to break them in because it's gonna take you a while, and then I'm going to add in half a cup of cream cheese. You then want to get 2 small tomatoes and chop them as well as you can and add them into the food processor. And of course we want to get 1 onion and chop it so we have 1/4 of a cup of it. Add it into the food processor as well. We're then going to add in 1/8 of a teaspoon of thyme, 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried parsley, and of course some salt and black pepper. We then want to quickly allocate 12 tablespoons of butter, and we want to melt it because we're going to start processing our ingredients in the food processor. So while you're processing your ingredients, start pouring in your melted butter. As you can see, my food processor was a little too small, so it started leaking, so make sure that doesn't happen to you. Now we want to get out our baking dish and add 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese that we just grated into it. You want to make sure it covers it nicely and equally. And then we're just going to pour the egg mixture all over the shredded cheese. And I'm then going to just sprinkle it with the remaining of half a cup of cheese that we had. Pretty simple, isn't it? And then you just want to bake this in the oven at 325 Fahrenheit degrees for 45 minutes. You'll know it's fully cooked when the outsides are completely cooked, but the middle is a little jiggly. Once it's out, let it cool down before serving. We're going to cut it into 6 pieces. It's a lovely recipe, it's actually freezer friendly, and it's a great breakfast to have with your family and friends. The next recipe is broccoli egg bites. It's a great way to get those greens into your diet. First, we want to get a head of broccoli and chop it so we have 1 cup of chopped broccoli. And then I'm going to get some cheddar cheese and just grate it. We want to have a total of 1/3 of a cup of cheddar. The next thing you want to do is get a large bowl and add in 4 large eggs. Yes! Give them a very good whisk, take your time doing that. And then add in 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream, and then chopped broccoli, and of course a bit of salt and black pepper. I'm going to give this mixture a good whisk, and then we're going to get out our mini muffin tins. I'm actually just going to oil them with olive oil. I'm taking my time doing that. And then I'm going to actually just pour in our egg mixture into each mini muffin tin. We want to make sure they're around 2/3 full. And then you want to sprinkle each mini muffin with cheddar. Yum, 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 yum. I'm then going to pop this into the oven for around 10-12 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit degrees. And once they're fully cooked, we're gonna just get them out of the oven and let them cool down. Each bite only has 0.4 grams of net carbs. They are lovely, even the kids will love them. And the greens make them even better. The third recipe is my favorite ketogenic breakfast right now. It's salami egg cup. We're going to start by getting our muffin tin and just oiling it with olive oil or just spray it with a cooking spray. I'm then going to line each muffin cup with 4 salami slices that are of regular size. Give yourself time with this because we want each salami slice to overlap each other. The next thing I'm going to do is get some cheddar cheese and just grate it. We want to have around half a cup of shredded cheddar. We're then going to divide it into each muffin cup equally. That's around 6 muffin cups in total. So it's going to be around 1 tablespoon of shredded cheese per muffin. Now the next step is to get 6 large eggs and crack them into each cup. I'm then going to use around 1/8 of a teaspoon of paprika and just sprinkle it all over the egg, and then do the same with 1/8 of a teaspoon of oregano. Finally, add a pinch of salt and black pepper to get it going. I'm going to bake these egg cups in the oven at 400 Fahrenheit degrees for 12 minutes. You want to make sure that the eggs are fully cooked. We're then going to let them cool down. Take each muffin cup out of the muffin tin and serve it with either vegetables or just have it with a little bit of sauce. This is a lovely breakfast idea you can meal prep and bring to work as well. And each cup only has 1 gram of net carbs. The fourth recipe is keto breakfast sandwich that we love in this household. I'm going to get 2 beef burgers and actually wrap them in a plastic wrap. Make sure there is enough space all around the beef burger. I'm then just going to roll the meat because we want our patties to be a little bit larger and thinner. Use whatever you like. I used my plastic wrap roll because it was just there and it worked perfectly. Now get your frying pan, heat it up and add some oil to it. I added way too much olive oil. You don't really have to do it because beef itself has quite a bit of fat in it. Once the olive oil is hot, we want to add in our beef burger patties and cook for 2-3 minutes on each side. Add a pinch of salt and black pepper to the meat and let it cook. It might actually burn a little bit. Don't worry, that's how it's supposed to be. But do make sure it's fully cooked before removing. So once that's done, I'm actually going to get some kitchen towel and pat the meat dry with it. That's because we want to get rid of all the excess fat and we just want to let them cool down actually. Now we want to get our pan again, heat it up to medium heat and actually add in some oil and break in 1 large egg. I'm going to sprinkle it with salt and pepper and let it cook. Make sure that the heat is either medium or low because we want our eggs to fully cook but not burn. I'm then going to get half an avocado and actually just smash it in a small bowl. And we want to spread it on both of the patties. Then we're going to want to add a fried egg on top of one of the patties with avocado side up. And we want to get a pickled cucumber and just get 8 or 10 slices. So just slice it and we're gonna cover it with pickled cucumber. Then drizzle with a little bit of yellow mustard and finish it up by covering it with 2 little gem lettuce leaves. Finally, I'm just going to cover it with a second beef patty with avocado side down, and that's it. Our keto sandwich is ready. Just let me tell you, this sandwich is so filling, so delicious, so flavorful. We loved it, so I definitely recommend trying it. The next recipe is keto egg casserole with bacon and broccoli. We're going to start by getting our baking tray and laying 8 ounces of bacon slices on it. We want to make sure that slices don't cover each other, and we're going to put them into the oven for 18 to 20 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit degrees until the bacon is crispy and fully cooked. I'm then going to take them out of the oven and lay them on paper towels to make sure that the fat is removed. Once it's cooled down, we're going to actually get our food processor and we're going to process it until it's broken into bits. That's going to take some time, so just pulse and have fun doing it. I'm then going to get a broccoli head and actually just chop it into florets because we want to have around 6 cups of broccoli florets in total. You then want to get your food processor, make sure it's clean, and you want to pulse your broccoli florets in it. If your food processor is a little small, you'll have to do it in batches. Just take your time and let it pulse. We want to process our broccoli until rice-like texture. And then I'm going to get my steaming basket and cover it with our broccoli rice. We're then going to steam our broccoli on the stove for 10 to 12 minutes. Just make sure you have enough hot water in your saucepan. The next thing I'm actually going to do is get my baking dish and oil it with olive oil. You can use cooking spray as well. And I'm going to get my broccoli once it's cooked. And we want to actually just spread the broccoli rice into the dish. Make sure it covers it evenly and nicely. I'm then going to get some cheddar and grate it. Take your time doing that. We want to have around 1 cup of cheddar in total once we're done. And I'm going to actually then just sprinkle half a cup of cheddar cheese all over the broccoli rice. Pretty simple, isn't it? Now the next thing you should do is get a nice large bowl because we're going to want to add in 10 eggs in it. So break those eggs in and add in half a cup heavy whipping cream. I'm then going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of onion powder, yes, and then half a teaspoon of garlic powder. We then want to add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of thyme, and of course half a teaspoon of oregano. And then just take your time, mix all these ingredients together, mix them until one nice consistent texture. So the next thing, actually, we're going to pour the egg mixture all over the broccoli and cheese in the dish. And then I'm going to get the remainder, which is half a cup of cheese, just sprinkle it all over. And you know what? We're going to get our bacon, our crumbled bacon that we processed, and just cover the dish with it. So the next thing you want to do is actually bake this egg casserole in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit degrees for 45 minutes. So the dish will be lightly browned and fully cooked in the middle. One baking dish makes a total of 6 servings with just 6 grams of net carbs per serving. These are delicious, nutritious, full of flavors. Great for bacon lovers. The last but not least is Avocado Egg Bake. First things first, we want to get 1 large avocado and slice it in a half, and then you just want to take the seed out of the one side. The next thing I'm going to do is just scoop out a little bit of avocado flesh from each side to make an indent that we'll need for the egg. I'm going to keep my avocados on a cutting board and crack in 1 medium egg into each avocado half. Some of the egg white might come out because the indent is a little bit too small. Don't worry about that. We're then going to transfer our avocado boats onto the baking dish. The smaller the baking dish, the better, because we want to make sure that our avocados don't tip over while baking. I'm then going to sprinkle with some salt, black pepper, and of course Italian seasoning. We're going to bake this in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes at 425 Fahrenheit degrees until the eggs are fully cooked. And then going to get some scallions, just chop them quickly, and I'm going to drizzle some salsa onto each egg avocado and top with some scallions before serving. This is an amazing breakfast idea that's relatively easy to make. It's so flavorful, delicious. Also, it's full of healthy fats, and you know, it's great when you're on keto diet because it does have quite a bit of fiber. I would highly recommend making these because they're naturally sweet as well. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked some of these keto breakfast ideas. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite. That helps me a lot. Visit my website at allnutritious.com. Make sure to subscribe as well. And you know, if you want to see more videos, just like this video. That's all, you know. Either way, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day and take care. Bye-bye.